and a fourth. Robert Carver, a third place earlier on today.
Yeah, so Robert Carver, actually, I seem to recall, was leading this race very handsomely in the opening laps, wasn't he? So he seemed to drop back now. You never know why, of course. Green
flag out the back, red lights are on and red lights are out. Adrian Kershaw makes a good launch there on number 23, light green machine, and across there goes. That was, I think Luke McRae's right there in the mix as well, so keep your eye on the yellow number 16. I believe that was Luke McRae in second position there behind Adrian Kershaw as they go around Coppice for the first time then, Keith, over to the right-hander of Charlie's, and then they'll be over the crest and with you shortly.
They're already with me, my friend, as you say. I'm watching down through the field, a little bit of a twitch there from Kershaw's bike out the front. I think that might be that McRae or Carver. Trouble is, the side numbers of some of these boys are not particularly well legible, shall we say, which is quite annoying. So if you want us to mention you, get your flipping numbers on. I can certainly see the numbers of our leader, though, because Mr. Kershaw disappears up in the lead. But I think they were playing the slipstreaming game all the way up the straight. Unfortunately, the window is very blurry here as well, which definitely doesn't help things along as they go round Chris Curve for the first of 5 times. Let's have a look down there. And, yeah, I think that might still be... No, that is the yellow machine there. I think Kershaw's in second, so I'm wondering if that's Carver again. There's a couple of yellow machines out there, so I'll try and pick up the number. I'll let the computer pick up the transponder. It's even easier, of course. But no chatter on the radio, so everybody keeping it upright at the moment as they work their way out of the chicane for the first time up towards Mountain Bottom. And looks like we've got a breakaway of 2 at the front there, isn't it, Bradley, already?
Yeah, Luke McRae leading the way from Adrian Kershaw. Yeah, that Jake Corsi is up there in third place ahead of Dan North. And it's Mark Sugden rounding up the top 5 at the moment as they go over the top of the mountain in towards Hall Bends. And looks like a few challenges there potentially. It's always a difficult one to try and make a challenge in towards Hall Bends there. And then it's very much one line until Coppice, unless you want to do a real block pass as you go in towards American. But it was Kershaw from, Luke McRae and Kershaw, the leading 2 then. And it is still Luke McRae with the advantage. Bike number 16 ahead of the 23 of Adrian Kershaw as they come across the line to complete lap number 1 of 5. Jake Corsi, there he is in third place ahead of Dan North and Mark Sugden. Next up is Richard Carver, who is up there into 6th position, now made up 1 place on that lap. And a few changes of position there. Looks like some of the rookies just getting a little bit too close there. I think one of them may have even gone onto the grass there, Keith. So stationary yellow is shown at Coppice. And it looks like Gregory was the leader of the rookies ahead of the 184 of Dean Carver. So keep your eyes out for the number 93 and the 184. They came across the line only a tenth of a second apart, and it was certainly very, very close as they went in towards Coppice.
Yeah, some good battles all the way down through the field. There's a few people sitting a little bit more upright than ideally I'd like to see on a naked bike when you're trying to make yourself as small as possible. Certainly Luke McRae was doing that, and he was being chased very hard indeed by by Mr. Kershaw. These 2 really are the class of the field as they come down the hill now. And as you said, Luke, the married man to be, has had a couple of podiums this weekend. He'd love to see a top spot, but Mr. Kershaw said no thank you, and he's taken away that top spot. Round the back there, the chicane, you'll see Kershaw ahead of McRae now. So that is a change at the very sharp end, but we still have another 3-4 racing laps to go, so absolutely anything can happen, of course. And looks like Corty and North having their own little battle at the back there. Obviously, Jake Corty is the lightweight in this equation, so strictly speaking, it's only overall points they're going for. But that's where the real action is, of course. At the moment, Corty second in the championship. So he's doing extremely well anyway, and North are leading the championship. So this is very much a battle between the 2 of them for superior points, because the 57 points separated them coming here this weekend. But as I say, it looks like Kershaw is going to lead them across the line this time, unless Mr. McRae knows a shortcut out the back somewhere.
Yeah, it's Kershaw that leads by 2.2 seconds as they come across the line at the end of lap number 2. And then it's Jake Corsi. Mark Sugden is up next ahead of Dan North, Cole Dwyer, and then Sean O'Hara, and then Dean Carver. It looks like Richard Carver is just dropping down the order here, Keith. It's showing us not coming across the line this time around. I'm looking up.
So what number is Richard? He's
29.
I did hear somebody going back, I think, to the pits, and that would have been Richard Carver. Okay, Kershaw now very comfortably out in front. McRae is pretty comfortable there in second, so it's that battle for third we really need to keep an eye on. It is Corty and Sugden. There's a name we haven't mentioned much on that lovely bike which nearly got attacked by the pigeons yesterday, and North. So that's your order, but Kershaw definitely the class of this field. He's the fastest man on the track. He's the only one sub 2 minutes at this stage, so that shows how much quicker than anybody else he is, because everybody else is at least a 2:01, aren't they, Bradley?
Yeah, 2:01s and more.
And above,
so McRae is in the 2:01s, Sugden's in the 2:01s, and Corty is in the 2:02s at this stage. So I'm looking up towards the chicane. I guess that the first person to get there, and very shortly as well, because he's gone purple in segment number 1, William Kershaw on bike number 23, and there he is. He's tipping into the bottom of the mountain now, and Luke McRae goes under the bridge. So first is relatively secure at the moment there in the fact that he's unchallenged. Likewise for Luke McRae in second position. Sugden up in the third place ahead of Jake Corty, Dan North, and it looks as though it could well be Colt Dwyer on bike number 26, who's right there with them. So yeah, Sugden, he didn't see the checkered flag in race number 1, Keith, but Mark Sugden, he got a 7th in race 2 in class, and then 5th place earlier on today.
Yeah, okay, so he's looking to get himself a nice overall medal here. Didn't see the checkered flag, too tucked in, I'm guessing, just to notice it, or something like that. Okay, over the line, towards the line they come once again. This will be an hour over the line, sorry. And what sort of time has he done this time? 58. Wow, he's flying, isn't he?
58 flat for Adrian Kershaw there. 2:05 for Luke McRae. 2:0.5 again for Mark Sugden. Jake Corty at 2:02.1, and Colt Dwyer is in the 2:06s now. And then we have Dean Carver, who's in a 2:07. So Dean Carver is quicker than the majority of the guys in front of him.
Well, he better extract his digit, because he's got 2 bikes to pass before he gets onto the podium. It looks like he's going to get the first one there as he pulls out of the slipstream, tucks his way neatly up the inside into Park. So he's on the right track now. It looks like, I think that's him passing his way past on North at least. A little bit hard to tell through all this gloom at the moment. It's very easy to spot Mr. Kershaw because he's under brakes there for Mansfield. There goes Mr. McRae. And Sugden there. Yeah, that gap, I wouldn't say that's a safe gap. And yeah, somebody's doing a lot of overtaking behind there in Mansfield. So have a look at the timing beams as they come out of Mansfield there, mate. And who's that going to go out first? Is that Dwyer or North, do you think, is doing the overtaking? Can't tell, I guess.
A very good question. They all went out pretty quickly.
Yeah, that's the trouble.
But right, so we've got Mark Sugden. There he is in 3rd. Then it's Dan North, Jake Corty, and then I believe that's Colt Dwyer still there as well. So the change of position could well have been number 39, Dan North, on the 53 of Jake Corty.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think that was another move there. So yeah, tipping his way through quite happily. So there's going to be 1 lap left. No, two laps left. Sorry.
So we're going on to the last lap.
Yeah, we'll be the last lap. Sorry, this time round.
Last lap flag is on.
Last lap flag. Yep.
He's across the line now with a 58.5. He's purple in sector number 2. Luke McRae comes across the line at 59.4. And then Mark Sugden up next. Dan North has opened up just a little bit of an advantage now over Jake Corty to 1 second. Colt Dwyer is up next in 6th position overall, but of course first in class for Colt Dwyer. Then it's Dean Carver ahead of Sean O'Hara by 0.9 of a second. And coming across the line now is the number 93 machine of Gregory, the first of the rookies. Ian Carter, 76, up next.
I'd like to say Sugden looks quite safe ahead of North, and in fact he's actually extended the gap, at least it looks that way visually here. But we do know North is the lap record holder. He's definitely no mug. He's not leading the championship by accident at the end of the day, so it wouldn't take too much of a wobble from Sugden to all of a sudden see that trophy go south. We'll wait and see. It could be a nice shiny bit of metal for the dashboard on the way home for Mr. Sugden on that lovely presented bike. I don't know if they do a presentation for the nicest presented bike, but certainly Mark Sugden's would be a serious contender for that trophy, wouldn't it, mate?
Yeah, as you said, we had a look in there. It was a very pretty CB500 as they go into the bottom of the mountain now. I say it's just Adrian Kershaw at the moment. He's got around about half a lap to go. Then he's over the top of the mountain and heading towards full bends on this final lap. And Luke McRae, last time around, 5.5 seconds adrift. But he's gone purple in sector number 1, has Luke McRae. And so he's responding to the challenge potentially posed by Mark Sugden. So the gap was 3.7, but it looks as though it could well be going out just a little bit on this final lap then. So watching them as they come out of Barn Corner. The checkered flag goes out once again, and it's waved for the number 23 of Adrian Kershaw, who takes victory in the ThunderBike 500s ahead of Luke McRae on bike number 16, and then rounding off the podium for the first time this weekend, the 44 of Mark Sugden. Dan North in 4th, Jake Corty 5th, and Colt Dwyer on bike number 26 is across the line in 6th place. 184, that is Dean Carver ahead of the number 7 of Sean O'Hara. That is your top 8 overall. Of course, in class winners, C1 is Jay Corty, C2 is Adrian Kershaw, C3 is Colt Dwyer, as the 93 of Ryan Gregory comes across the line to be first of the rookies.
Very happy Adrian Kershaw coming past. Just having a look at the results so far this year, Adrian definitely had a mixed bag. He did win a race at Brands Hatch, but he only finished 2 of them. And he's also had a third at Donington and had a second at Donington as well, so he's back on form on the Sunday there. So maybe he's had some issues with the bike or something. He's finally overcome them to have a remarkable run of podiums and another win, and a very happy winner he is too.
To have your race, and